Hi, Dave Smith of Police One, and this is Roll Call Reality Training. Now today we're going to go to Solon, Ohio to March 17th, 2013, where you're going to see a vicious assault on a police officer up close and personal. Now what I like about this video that you're going to watch is it shows how spontaneous and how vicious a sudden armed assault can be. And also it's going to show you how effectively an officer can defend himself in that split second. Now the officer involved is Officer Steve Davis. Now he's a military veteran, he's been deployed overseas, and he's obviously got that training, plus he's had an advantage that Solon PD takes vehicles down on the range. They go and they practice using their weapons from their vehicle. They even have practiced shooting through their windscreen, so they know that they can defend themselves from whatever position they're at. And this is a very important point in this video. Too often officers unconsciously build up a mindset that, well, I can't shoot because here's a window. You can shoot through that window, and you're going to see really a positive example of how an officer saves his life by doing that right now. Now the traffic stop is for minor offenses, and the officer is going to smell some drugs in the car. When he runs the suspect, he's going to see that he has priors for weapons, so he gets a backup. Officer Nick Klein shows up, and now watch as they make the approach.
No drugs, right? Any weapons in the car? Okay. You want to step off real quick? Step off. Leave your phone and stuff there. You don't have to roll your window up. You're not going anywhere. Don't do it! Don't do it!
All right, the suspect is running. This happens a lot. We see this from time to time. And one of the things I want you to notice is how Officer Davis avoids ramming the vehicle. I think one of the things that we get excited, when you ram your vehicle into a subject vehicle, you're locking yourself in place. Now watch how this ends, and watch the ferocity of this assault. Wow, look at that suspect's face. He exits the vehicle. He's intending to kill our officer. Now the bullets strike the officer. One bullet strikes the officer right through his shield and into his body armor. This is why we wear body armor. It's cover, portable cover we can take anywhere. Now the officer isn't stunned. He isn't disabled in the least. He fires through that windscreen, and he's going to get a headshot on the subject. This is going to be that classic case of what is stopping power. Dr. Martin Fackler says stopping power is a massive blood pressure dump or a massive neurological failure, where you're going to see a neurological failure. Watch this again. Well, that ends the gunfight right there. But we shoot till we win. Another thing that have in your mindset, don't expect anybody to go flying backwards, and don't expect to fly backwards yourself when you're hit. When you're hit, it's time to just kick butt. Have your mindset. Our officer's been shot over the heart with his vest on. Think of the impact, think of the blow. It's going to go through his badge, into his body armor. He doesn't hesitate, he doesn't stop. Right now, what I want you to do is, when this is over, sit down and visualize, mentally rehearse, what would I do if I get shot in my body armor? What would I do if I get shot, period? Picture yourself fighting, winning, and then see yourself giving yourself first aid. This tactical medical training is so important nowadays, and if you haven't had it, go get it. Now also, you see the suspect's attitude. This is the kind of thing we'll never know why, because the suspect doesn't survive to tell us. He only had minor offenses in the past, but he was a member of a gang. And so we only know this, that he came out of that vehicle trying to kill our officer. We're going to get our mind right. You got an up close and personal example of how vicious and violent and spontaneous an assault can be. That helps make you safer and stronger. Seeing our brother fight through this fight and win is a critical element that's going to make you better when you face your confrontation. So now get with your teammates, sit down, talk about how you'd handle it, and then visualize yourself winning, winning, winning.